Hey, let's try again, bro.
Take three.
Oh, all right. I got you now, man. I got you loud and clear.
Yeah, I got you.
We were rolling. We were rolling. Then you just kind of your audio went out. All right. All right. Y'all do us a solid, man. Y'all are with us here. You got me, Jay?
Yep, I got you, bro.
All right. Good. Yeah. Yeah. Good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
I got you.
All right. Y'all do me a solid. Y'all hit this share, please. Let's build this thing up. Go ahead and share this thing out. We'll get rolling here, man. Probably gives me a second. It gives me a do-over at my opening little rant from a minute ago. I don't know, dude. I'm just.
Well, you know what?
I don't. But
It did feel like a Les Miles. You know why? Because it felt like they were playing not to lose. And this team had built an identity and gotten a reputation of just choking people out. I mean, just kind of beating the hell out of you.
dude, what did we talk about? What was the biggest play of the Texas game, bro? Like, what did we talk about with
Yeah,
that
third and
Texas game?
17, man.
Man, it's like, God, dog, just it was open it, playing to win, go, get after it, choke them out, like be aggressive, and then this was just, man. I mean, I don't know. Do you think that maybe going for it on the 4th and 1 at the goal line and getting stopped like that just spooked Ed and was like, all right, we're just gonna play conservative here? Going for it
Whew.
on
I
the fourth and
mean,
one.
I don't think so because, you heard him on Monday, bro. You heard him on Monday talking about his philosophy probably changing on fourth downs because of his lack of confidence in his kicker. And I think
Yeah.
that this offense is too good to lose confidence over them in one drive or one play, really, talking about a fourth down. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know why they coiled up. But, in the same vein, I think you have to talk about the defense because if you would have presented Gus Malzahn the numbers, a week ago, he'd have probably said they're going to win the game.
Oh wait, you mean wait. You mean wait, what number? You mean Auburn would win the game?
Yeah.
All right, what numbers, bro? Because I'm looking at. I mean, Jordy, I need to go check to see LSU's game stats. 500. LSU put up 508 yards of offense. Like, don't tell me Auburn's defense was dominant. LSU put up 508 on 321 passing, 187 rushing. Clyde Edwards-Helaire looked like a fucking All-American today
Yeah, but still,
against
I
against
hear.
Derrick Brown and all them bitches. Come on, man.
Yeah, but
Like,
you know who didn't? Damian Lewis and Lloyd Cushenberry. They couldn't get it. They couldn't get a hold of the line of scrimmage. I understand you, but if you watch that game, that front four of Auburn beat the shit out of LSU's offensive. Damian Lewis was 4 or 5 yards in the backfield throughout the first half. He picked him up off of his feet one time and put him in the backfield. I just, I think that LSU got humbled today, man. I think on the offensive line. And, they had pressure on Burrow. Burrow took some shots in the first half,
yeah,
man. He was steadily getting just the
yeah.
hell beat out of him.
And he's still at 200 yards passing at halftime.
Yeah. And look, man,
I mean,
I don't think that this game condemns him. I don't think that this game is damning on him. I think that this was a heavyweight fight. This was
bro, Joe Burrow. Have you looked at the stats? Burrow threw for 321 and a touchdown and ran for a touchdown. Fuck, he's still pacing like this.
No doubt. Yeah.
Like I don't know.
One interception, one pick.
The one pick at the one. That's my problem with this game. In the first half, you got a 4th and 1, you go for it and you don't convert. In the second half, you got a 4th and goal from the 1 and you don't convert. And then you get the ball right back on a short field, and Burrow underthrows the ball, and it gets picked at the 1-yard line. Bro, on and on in this game, you had times to, blow the doors off this team, and you just didn't. Even at the end of the first half, man, when you kicked the field goal, you got the third or the second down play, and you're throwing it to Marshall in the back of the end zone, and Chase knocks it away.
Yeah, golly.
Dude, look, I'll tell you this much. First of all, yeah, don't be a square. Oh, by the way, cheers. Let's toast. Let's cheers before we get this. Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Hey,
Cheers,
and look, they are 8-0. They are 8-0 going into the bye.
yeah, man, you're right. Okay, you're right. I don't want to lose sight of that. Right. I don't want to lose sight of you just beat a top 10 team in your stadium. You're 8-0. You got an open date to get healthy. Then we got to talk about Delta too.
Yeah.
You got an open date to get healthy, and then you're going to Alabama with everything on the line. I get it. I mean, so I'm not trying to lose sight of that. I'm not trying to be, but man, Jordy, the thing about this team that's been so awesome all season is like they just unzip their pants and let it hang out and say, who wants it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's go. Let's roll.
It's right here, right?
And they just didn't do it, man. Like, you had a chance at the end of that game to go shove a dagger in their heart, and instead you're running clock to bleed timeouts and like just trying to get to the finish line. Fuck that, man. Like, that ain't gonna fly in 2 weeks, man. I don't know, man. I mean, look, I hear what you're saying.
Here's the deal.
I hear what you're saying.
Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say more than anything that could have happened today with Ogeron was that he saw that he could win the game with his defense. He saw that his offense was allowing pressure on Burrow and he was taking a beating. He was taking hits. And he might have said, put this thing in the freezer, don't get him hurt, and let's get out of here. I mean, I could see.
Did Burrow take a shot in the second half?
I didn't see him take one in the second half. He took two in the first half that, I mean, I tightened up.
Yeah, the low one, when Derek Brown hit him low, I almost came through the screen.
Bro.
I mean, he was limping around
he
after
curled
that.
He curled up, man.
Yeah. One more thing, and everybody for watching, thank you. Y'all please hit the share button. We'll watch this thing build up a little bit. We'll get to all your comments and everything too. Bro, this officiating crew, I mean, if you're going to play a game on CBS, you already know you're in for about a 4-hour game. When these assholes, 15 on Auburn for 98 yards, 12 on LSU for 118, 27 accepted penalties in this football game. Whew. And there was one sequence at the end of the first half where you had 3 straight reviews.
Yo, that was –
brother.
How bad was that? I mean, like, how bad is that?
It's exhausting. How about having to review the play on the Auburn third down where the kid got to the line and then went, the progress?
Oh, my God.
What are you looking – this is my point all along. Officials are not bad people. Right. They don't hate your team. They're just incompetent. They cannot do this fucking job. It's maddening. Like, you know what? Like, anytime y'all say
it starts on Friday. It starts on Friday nights, man. I heard Zach Strief and Deuce bitching about it last week on the broadcast when I was driving around on Sunday listening to the Saints game. I mean, the dead time in football that the referees just walking around. Last night I had Plaquemine and a Struma, bro. The amount of dead time that the officials allowed in that game, I wanted to come through the press box down. I mean, and just shake the guy. Like, what are you looking at, man?
God bless you for calling Plaquemine and Struma.
I know, brother. I know. A decade in.
The grind is real, bro.
It is real.
The grind is real.
Bro, you know who I was most disappointed with today? Was the turf. Like, are you kidding me?
Bro, Tiger Stadium, man.
Like, what? I thought that Bayou Country Superfest replaced the turf every year, and that was not going to happen.
So here's the thing about Tiger Stadium. I know you know this, but for those watching, I know you've had this conversation enough times, but the thing is, they say because, especially now because of all the decks, the 2 uppers on the east, west, and the south, the field just doesn't get enough sun, which makes sense, right? Yeah. I mean, it's basically think about the parts of your yard
Right.
that are under trees, and that grass don't grow. I mean, it's got to have sunlight, and the field just doesn't get enough sunlight throughout the day. It's like someone asked me today. Me and T-Bob were talking on pregame if like I would favor LSU going to an artificial surface, and the answer is yeah, I would. The one draw. But I mean, if this is the trade-off, I mean, I'd almost take it to the conditions you saw today. You know what I mean? Like I watched Ohio State today play in filth, and their field held up. You know, they had that artificial stuff. Anyway.
Well, and look, who was it advantage for today?
I don't know, man. LSU put up 500 yards of offense, man. I mean, it's like this. So this is my tough part. Like I know. Someone just posted, we won. I'm like, yes. And don't get me wrong, man. Like, this is one of the cool things about, I think you agree about us doing this right after the game. You don't have a cool off period. It's just game ends, give me your reaction.
Yeah.
And, maybe on Monday I'll think about it. But Jordy, 30 first downs to 16. 508 total yards to 207. Passing 321 to 157, rushing 187 to 130, and it's worth mentioning again, 120 of the 121 of their 130 rushing came on 2 plays. One of them was an excuse me draw at the end of the first half. Like, I mean, 33 minutes time of possession, 26. I mean, LSU control, like it was like a big brother putting their hand on little brother's head the whole game. My little brother did this, just swinging with the hand on the head, and eventually, you fucked up, and you let them get a little too close, and they caught you on the chin. It's like when you should have just pushed them on the ground, kicked dirt in their face, and walked home.
Yeah,
it's what you should have done. So that's look, man. But you're right. I mean, undefeated going to Bama. But anyway, all right. But
hang on, let me shout out David.
Go.
Let me shout out David
please,
Richardson,
please.
Who is a licensed residential and realtor with CJ Brown. He's also the title sponsor of Whiskey and Wine. He's got some new posts up over at his Facebook site with some new projects that he's got working over there at the settlement at Willow Grove and out at Valhalla on Highland Road, which is the newest development out there. Check out David Richardson's Facebook. It's tied to this post here. Make sure and give him a like and follow over there. All right, where were you headed?
Someone just posted Stingley pass interference was total bullshit. They called Stingley for 2 pass interferences.
Yep.
And they were both total. I
thought both of them were. I agree. I agree.
I mean, is it one of those things? And I don't know if officials look at him and they go freshman. I'm gonna throw the flag.
Easy to pick on the freshman.
But at the same time, man, isn't he like he's a freshman? But isn't he established right now?
Gotta be. I mean, come on.
I mean, I don't. The only play he legit gave up today was that bullshit scramble jump
left
ball that the old boy threw at the end of the game. And Stingley, you can even see Stingley just kind of looked like he was just going to tip it away, like it was out of bounds. He didn't even realize. I mean, I think it was Williams' credit. Williams made a hell of a play. I mean, super athletic, but that 33 yards is the longest pass play old boy had all day.
Yeah.
That's the only thing Stingley gave up.
See, and that's the only reason why I believe that Ed might have put it in the freezer today is because he saw that he could just control that thing, and he saw that he had Delpit and Burrow taking shots, and he just wanted to get in there, just get out of there, and he let him too close to the sun. I mean, he almost got burned. Late. I mean,
you're right.
If they recover that onside kick, they lose that game. I mean, like I had no confidence that they were going to win that game. Or not lose the game, but like they were gonna tie it up. It was just gonna be a sticky situation to get out of there.
You're right. Like you cannot. It's one of those things where any human, if nobody saw this game, and you just hand them a box score and say, "What do you think this final score was?" They'd go, 38-20, which is probably what it should have been. But LSU fucked around. And
what about Gary Davison calling Emzinger the entire game? I mean, like,
He's done it for 2 years,
which is amazing. That nobody on the staff at CBS said, "Yo, bro, the last time we were here, you called him Emzinger, and his name's Ensminger. We actually met with him on Thursday and Friday of the week, bro. Like
white-haired guy.
Remember? I mean, like the guy
you met him.
We're doing the piece on him and Brady, man. I mean, like it's it's Ensminger.
That you had Brad Nessler today called the Auburn punter Von Rosenberg. He continues to call him Van Rosenberg, and that's after having the same team last week, and he called Ty Davis Price AJ Aycock, the white walk-on quarterback. They're brutal. They're brutal, bro.
I mean, like it's amazing that people can't recognize in the broadcast industry that come on. Dude,
how about Stingley's muff?
It was tough. Like the word around the building with Stingley on punt returns is that they're urging him to be more aggressive. And that was one of those plays. And now it looks like he doesn't know whether to push or pull or when to do it. Like a couple of those plays, he should have caught the ball that landed within the 5. A couple of the first punt of the day that he fair caught, he was 1-on-1. That he should have returned that one.
He should have.
I mean, like it was just
when that happened, I thought then, not knowing, they told him, "Hey, look, in this weather, don't just fair catch everything." Like on that, because he should have returned the first one.
Yeah.
And then he tried the muff, like on the broadcast, they even had just gotten finished saying, Ogeron it told us during the week, Stingley just needs a little bit of space. And you could tell, like they had just said that. Like you could tell he was getting antsy. That makes sense you said that.
So,
God, dog, dude.
And now it seems like he's in his own head on kind of like how to handle it, what to do, when to return, when to fair catch, when to bail out on it. I mean, the last one that he bailed out on died at the 3. How bad is Arkansas? Arkansas just caught a kickoff, and the dude stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It was like Xavier Carter back in Georgia in 04.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, like
were you at that game?
I was there. He chased this.
I was there too,
this dude
bro.
chases the ball down. It's about to roll out of bounds at the 1-yard line. He catches it and steps out at the 2.
What you got on Michigan Notre Dame?
Hang on a second.
No, I'm watching. Did you pick it? Did you play it?
Oh yeah, Michigan +1.
Yeah, I played Michigan.
Michigan +1.
I played Michigan too. And dude, I'm with you. Like everyone talks about Harbaugh's record against top 10, which I totally buy. But Phil Steele threw out a stat yesterday. Said in this series, in the last 9, the home team is 8-1 and 8-1 straight up and 8-1 against the spread. So I was like, "Fuck, man, pick 'em game. Give me the home team." I took Michigan. So
TCU is my player of the day.
Yeah. Did they cover?
They won.
Or it was just like 1 point. Oh, they won. Yeah, it was like a 1-point spread.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me run through a couple of things I had, man. I'll jot down some shit. Then we'll get to y'all's questions and stuff. Y'all hit us up with questions, comments. If you not hit the share button, please do that. Bro, I thought Glenn Logan tip past the line of scrimmage early in that game. I thought was good.
Yeah.
Terrace Marshall getting back in the end zone was nice to see. And he was interfered with. Dude, I thought the play.
He absolutely was.
The play of the game. And you talked about rightly about how Burrow was getting knocked around in the first quarter, and you're right, he was. And it felt like, man, all right, they're up against it because the line can't handle Auburn. The biggest play, dude. LSU had the ball. Joe Burrow gets sacked on first down. Second down, they throw a little quick pass to Jefferson. They got 3rd and 12, and that's when Burrow scrambled around right end and got popped on the sideline, but got the first down.
Yeah.
It felt like that was the play that opened up the game.
It did. I think they hit 3 or 4 straight completions right there after that.
They did. So he scrambled, got the first. They had a 3rd and 5 converted to Jamar Chase. Then they hit Chase for 19 yards. Then they hit Chase for 29 yards, and they threw the touchdown pass to Terrace Marshall and was like, boom, boom. And that's when it looked like LSU again.
Yeah.
It's like that. Everyone could sort of exhale at that moment. LSU's up 7-3. On the next drive, they get old boy for grounding, Nix grounding on first down. They ran it short on second. On 3rd and 14, they had an incomplete pass. They punted. LSU gets the ball, bro. That's when they went right down the field. And that's whenever they had 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. and that's when Burrow slipped and they didn't convert. Like that for me right there, that's your spot in the game where you get points there or you get 6 there, and then this is a steamroll. And they didn't, bro. And then you gave the ball back to Auburn, and that's when they went down the field and scored, and they got the forgive me. That's not what happened. You gave the ball back to Auburn, you got to stop, and that's when Stingley muffed the punt. And then they scored on the 4th and goal. So, but then you were in a dogfight. Man, what'd you think about the decision to kick the field goal at the end of the first half?
I thought you had to get points to get stopped on 4th and 1 at that situation after you had lost out on points earlier from the 1-yard line. To go 0 for 2 inside the 2-yard line is just inexcusable in a game like this. So you had to get the points there. So, I mean, as brutal as watching LSU's offense trot the field goal unit out there from the 1-yard line when you need points, you had to do it. I mean, like it's the absolute only call in that situation. I mean, in Tecmo Bowl, I'd have gone for it. If I'm getting paid $4 million, if I get paid $4 million a year, I'm kicking the field goal.
I completely agree. At that point, you take the points because you tie the ball game, and then you're getting the ball.
Yeah, and then the third quarter, right?
So
right.
Yeah, so your thought is, all right, we're going to tie the game. We're getting the ball to start the second half. Let's go score, and then the game flips to our side, and we roll through it. That's what happened against Florida. And then you give up the 41-yard run, and then Stingley has to come up with the pick. But still, I was massive by Stingley. But dude, listen to all the shit that Charter in the first half. Listen to this. Derek Dillon, personal foul on that first punt. Caleb Chasson holding on the second punt. Mm-hmm. Pass interference on Patrick Queen, Chasson offsides, false start on Cushenberry, unsportsmanlike conduct on Ty Davis-Price. You got stopped on 4th and 1. Stingley muffed a punt. How about LSU having 4 guys around a punt inside the 5 and letting it bounce into the end zone? Brother, I'm going to tell you this much, man. That's just the first half. Second half, giving up a 70-yard run.
Did you see Ogeron motherfuck Greg McMahon on the sideline?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I went back. You can read his lips. He says, average fucking special teams play today. What the fuck, coach? When he's walking behind him.
You're right. He's right.
Yeah.
They stood you up on the goal line. Burrow's pick was awful. You missed a PAT, by the way.
Yeah. Sure did.
False start. Burrow's false start. You also had a delay of game on the PAT. So you missed a PAT and had a delay of game on a PAT today, by the way. Personal foul on Avery Atkins.
Yeah. And it was a blatant personal foul. I mean, he was in the white.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And then you had 2 PIs on Stingley, which I thought were both bullshit. You had a false start on 3, and you had a holding on 68 on the long run by Clyde at the end of the game, which I thought that was a bad call too. But nonetheless, bro, there was a lot more bad than good in this ball game. And I'll tell you this much, though. Every team, I know we've said this before, every team in every season plays its worst game.
Yeah.
Like, every team plays its best game. Like last year, LSU's best game of the season was against Georgia. By far, everything worked. They outcoached them, outplayed them, outschemed them, everything Georgia, and they blew them off the field. Their worst game last year was against Florida, and they went on the road and lost. This was LSU. This was LSU's worst game. You had how many? What did we say? How many penalties?
11.
You had 12 penalties for 118 yards.
12.
You turned the ball over. You turned the ball over twice. You lost a fumble. You muffed a punt and you threw a pick. And you still put up 500 yards of offense and be the top 10 team.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I'm gonna tell you what, though, the last 2 weeks, LSU has looked vulnerable. And if the team that showed up the last 2 weeks goes to Tuscaloosa in 2 weeks, you're gonna get your ass beat. So
yeah, I'm watching Alabama right now. I don't know if you are. Arkansas is fucking just shitty. But I mean, like I
got Michigan on.
This Alabama team. You're right. I mean, you have got to score touchdowns. Is what LSU has to get back into the mindset of. They've got to score touchdowns. Remember the days of talking about Cade York and that you weren't overly concerned because as long as LSU was hanging 45, 55, 60 points a game, missed field goals and a shaky mentally field goal kicker was going to be all right.
Yep.
They've got to get back to the identity of scoring 6. I mean, they like I know when I'm looking at everybody, I love that today was a win. I love that they're 8-0. The bye could not have come at a perfect time. We'll talk a little bit more about Delpit and what he can do as far as getting back, as far as his health goes, and getting his team right as far as the health goes in the bye week. But, I mean, I agree with what Matt said. I mean, over the last 2 weeks, this offense that looked indestructible in the first 6 weeks of the season, in week 7 and 8, have been vulnerable in certain places, and more critically, inside of the red area.
Yep.
I mean, like inside of scoring opportunity. I mean, today's, like to see them not get in with 3 chances from the 1, bro, and have to resort to throwing the ball to the outside for a wide receiver screen, which I love that play call. You know what I mean? Like, I remember that. I mean, Jimbo used to run that all the time inside the 5 with Jamarcus and Dwayne Bowe and Craig Davis and those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that play call. But, I mean, to see them get stopped, that offense 3 times inside the 2 looking for 6, that was discouraging. That was discouraging today.
Same thing happened last week, bro.
Yeah.
First half, you settled for back 3 field goal attempts inside the 10 3 times. By the way, speaking of which, Michigan just got stopped inside the 5. First and goal at like the 3. Got stopped 3 times inside the 5.
Arkansas is I can't believe it.
Why are you even bothering to watch that one, bro? Like, Arkansas is it's 31-0 already in the second quarter. Holy 31-0 in the second quarter? Oh my God. Did I lose you? Did I lose you again? Jordy. Oh, there you are. Man, bro, I thought I lost you again. Pods are cutting in and out. All right, can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, I got you. My bad.
Okay, did you walk away?
No, I didn't.
Your AirPods must have.
No, I didn't walk away. Aaron took my car to the grocery store to get brownie mix, and when she pulled up in the driveway, my Bluetooth picked up.
So Aaron was in the car hearing me going,
yeah.
y'all hit the share.
Yeah, yes.
That's awesome.
And so I just ran to the door and told her to take the key out of the ignition.
Oh, man. All right, so Arkansas is down 31-0 in the second quarter.
Right. And it ain't,
and
it's not even that close.
That dog shit. Worst team in the history of the SEC, maybe. Arkansas team.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
I think 2011 Ole Miss.
Yeah.
2012 Auburn.
2011 Ole Miss.
They're on the short list. You probably had some South Carolina teams that probably has something to say about that. Vandy this year is in the mix, bro, but they got a nice win last week against Missouri, so it's hard to completely. How about Derek Mason? Don't have a question. I'm like, bro, you're 10. I'm like, bro, you're 10-34 in the
I'm
SEC.
a Vandy
Shut the
man.
fuck up.
All right, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Chill out, dude. Chill.
No, yeah, it makes sense. You suck shit is what you do. Here's another one, Michael Terry. We won. I know, Michael. Like, but can't we understand at this point, like, the expectation is much greater, man.
Right.
So you're going to be more critical of little things. This ain't 1995 where you're jacked about the 12-6 win because you finally beat a ranked team. You know what I mean? It's like, come on. It's let's go win a natty. You know what you got to do to do that? Man, dude, Michael Terry keeps coming back with the same shit, Matt. Did we win? Michael Terry, shut the fuck up, man. Like, what are you talking about? Did we win? All you want is fucking sunshine and rainbows and shit? Go away. Yeah, I'll tell you when they do stuff good, but when they suck and make mistakes, we're going to talk about that too. Clown. Fuck out of here, man. This guy. Michael Terry. Never trust a clown with 2 first names, by the way. This asshole, Michael Terry. Yeah. Did we win? Yeah, and everything was great, Michael Terry. Getting stopped at the 1-yard line was great. Getting 12 penalties was great. Muffing a punt was great. Missing another fucking PAT was great, Michael Terry. Jackass. Get out of here. Kick rocks. Oh, bro, I got to talk to you. Hold on. This is my – wait, I got to talk to you. Did you hear any pregame today?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so me and T-Bob were talking. He was talking about his trifecta, his parlay prediction,
Yeah.
bro. In the same, I was in the car driving a traction PT, bro. In the same segment that T-Bob says, I have no reason for it. Just bet, the money line, Pelicans, LSU, and the Saints, bro. The same segment. Okay, in the same segment, y'all start talking about the Astros, right? And you go, I'm a huge Astros guy, and then y'all talking about Jeff Luhnow, the GM.
Yeah.
You mispronounced his name twice. That wouldn't have been the kicker, but the best part is my guy goes, I'm a huge Astros guy.
The Stugatz is strong in you.
And T-Bob goes, in fairness, he did go to 2 games. Dude,
my guy,
so,
in fairness,
dude, I laughed so hard, man. I was in the car like side stitch laughing so hard, man. Oh, God.
Dude, that's so good.
Anyway.
So good.
All right.
What about what about
Yeah.
your boy throwing the ball into the ground today? Bo Nix. I mean, like, did you see
he was taught to do that?
I mean, like, what are you doing, man? Give us
I think he was trying to avoid
chance.
sacks.
Yeah, no doubt.
But he got flagged for 2 grounding, and really, bro, they could have got him for a 3rd.
I thought so too. I thought so too.
But the guy's just laying on the ground. He kind of just threw it at the guy on the ground.
Yeah,
I know, man. You know what's funny, dude? I tweeted yesterday, and I'm gonna own this one because last night did you saw my tweet?
No, I didn't see it, but I want to hear.
So
it.
last night I just quote tweeted myself and called myself an idiot. I said,
"This guy's a moron."
No, I did. Watch it. I did. I said, too funny seeing Auburn fans pick a final score in the 20s. Are you delusional or just not paying attention? Same thing with Florida fans a few weeks ago. If you want to beat LSU, you have to outscore them. Texas almost did it. Bama certainly can. Auburn, not so sure. Yeah, so I'm a total idiot because I said it. I was basically mocking people who picked the game in the 20s. It finishes fucking 23-20. But I was right in the sense that I didn't think Auburn, bless you, I didn't think Auburn could outscore LSU. Bless you.
Thank you.
And Nick's ain't that guy. Like, do you think?
Come on, Braggs.
What do you do?
He's up to bat, 2 on, 1 out.
But this is hard to predict. But when you look at Bo Nix, like, I heard Gary Danielson today say, yeah, and he's going to be a good quarterback. Like,
who told him? M. Singer? Fucking Gary, dude. 2 years straight. I mean, come on, Gary.
Bro,
Bregman shot the gap.
But they get down?
Yep. Scores 1. Now Altuve.
Bro, he needs to get going, dude.
Yeah, he does.
What's the score? They just
1-0.
started?
Yeah, top of the first.
Yeah, but he needs to get rolling, man. He struggled in this series, man. I feel for him, dude. I know it's eating at him too. It's a bad time to hit a slump.
I know. And you know it's killing him more than anybody, bro.
Bro.
They said he took his bat home and slept with it the other night.
That's what he said. I was going to take my bat home and sleep with it.
It's so good.
Let's see. Look at some of these comments. Only thing whiskey and wine is missing is good beer. That's from Matthew Wiggins. Oh, how about that, Matthew? I mean, I can drink a beer from time to time.
Yeah, man. Matthew.
Tim Sonier, Matt, you mad, bro?
About what?
Well, at Michael Terry, I'm mad at that guy. Like, I hate the fan. Like, I do. I hate fanboy who refuses to acknowledge that sometimes things aren't good and it's okay to point out the things that don't go right. Like,
yeah.
They don't make you negative. They don't make me your bag.
Especially on an 8-0 team that's number 2 in the country going into Tuscaloosa.
Come on.
You're like, come on, man. Like, this isn't the same team that went over there in 15 that was undefeated and number 2 in the college football playoff. This is a team that can go in there and win the game. This is a team that's going to come up with a good game plan and find weaknesses in Alabama and try to exploit them and try to use LSU's strength to beat them, not just, take some game plan from 2012 and try to recreate it. I mean, they're going.
Matt French finally get the uncensored scone and Culotta. Finally, where you been for 3 years, bro? We've been here.
Yeah,
We've been here doing
you must
this
have been
for
the
3
square,
years.
not like or sharing.
Bro, I can't believe they let us continue to do this, man.
Me too, bro. I think I still scone sometimes. I still will just driving to work in the morning. Like sometimes I'll be on the way in 5:10 in the morning, or I'll be in the production room by myself, and I'll just laugh out loud of the statement of you on a Sunday, waking up. Did I say something last night that could get me fired? Because that's the first thing I think of when I wake up. I kind of look at Aaron we're good, huh? Yeah, everything good. You're yeah, we should be good. We should be good. We should be good. We should be good.
That is every Sunday during football season. It's a wake up and a go.
Are we good?
Dude, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna go, I motherfucked Michael Terry.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I should probably send that guy a note. I should probably send that guy a note and apologize.
At Michael Terry tomorrow on Twitter. My bad, man. My bad.
Sorry, bro. My fault. TK Brown, Matt, but we won. Just playing. That's fun. All right, here you go. James Burton. This is a good one. Give us 5 things LSU needs to do to improve to win out.
My first thing would be obviously would be get back to scoring touchdowns offensively. I mean, there was a 6-week run there where LSU they had 34 red zone appearances going into the Mississippi State game. They had scored 29 touchdowns in those 34 appearances. I mean, that's the type of mentality I'm talking about. You got to get back and score 6, especially in Tuscaloosa, because that is going to be a shootout. I anticipate Tua being back. My next thing on that list, would be Cade York. Would be the field goal.
I completely agree on Cade York. I guess I was thinking more along the lines, right? What are things that practically and functionally you can improve at this point?
You talk about tackling and field goal kicking.
I think Cade York is absolutely one. I completely agree with you about scoring touchdowns. This is 2 weeks in a row now when you said it right. This team had been so dominant in the red zone. Today was the first time all year they did not convert on a red zone try, or when they got stopped on the goal on 4th and 1.
Yeah.
That was the first time all season. They've been perfect in the red zone all year. Now your boy doinked one off the upright last week and went in, but probably should have missed that one. But I think the biggest thing today, because we focus so much on the offense this year, justifiably so, right? I mean, it's LSU's offense, I think we'd agree, is the single biggest storyline in college football this year.
Sure.
You have a national title contender that completely remade its offense and didn't just remake it to where it's good, to where it's literally the best scoring offense in the country. So, well, not after today, but I got an eyelash of mine or some shit. By the way, Craig Schilling says he's got the fuck Michael Terry thing recorded. So I'll look forward to seeing what Craig does with that tomorrow.
The meme doctor.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Shout out David Richardson.
I was saying so. Yeah. Go talk about David Richardson. Yeah. I'll remember what I'm going to say.
Report, bro. Cheers.
Oh no, I know. Go ahead. Talk about David Richardson. I got what I'm saying.
Yep, David Richardson's Facebook is on this post. Make sure and hit him up over there. He's got new projects happening out in Valhalla and over there at the settlement at Willow Grove. Check out that at his Facebook site where you can find David Richardson.
So the thing I was going to talk about, we've talked so much about LSU's offense, and justifiably so. The biggest criticism through the first 6 weeks was LSU's defense, right? I mean, that's fair. That's
sure.
What everybody has sort of been like, man, people kind of questioning Dave Aranda for the first time, on and on. Bro, this is 2 weeks in a row now where defensively I thought LSU was awesome. I mean, last week Grant Delpit and Jacoby Stevens were just monstrous. And I think, this week, I mean, they held Auburn to 20. And I mean, I know we've talked about it a bunch already. My feeling on it is, you had a 70-yarder to start the second half. Oh, that's the other good thing. Bro, got to give a kudos to – it was Delpit that ran down your boy on a 70-yard run.
Amen.
Because he scored. Think if he scores.
No doubt.
You hold him to 3 there. And if Delpit wasn't on his horse and run that cat down, that's 7. And, I mean, all things aren't equal, obviously, but it's 24-23. It's a different game, if nothing else.
Yeah.
If he gets in the end zone,
100%.
there. Strategically, you're going much different. And you can play the what if game. I mean, LSU had red zone trips. They didn't score and whatever, but it matters. It was a hell of a job by Delpit running that kid down. Good effort.
Did he seem hurt to you?
But LSU at the end of the game,
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Did you see his ankle?
I know, man. It was scary, but it was good to see him running.
Adrenaline, dude. Let me see that thing in the morning.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? You're in a game. You got adrenaline pumping. You roll through it. Let's see how he'll elevate and ice that thing. He'll get treatment on it.
He's got to go, bro.
And then
God dog, man.
He'll go against Bama. My biggest fear when something like that happens is a break, because if it's broken, then you're out till the bone heals. You know what I mean? So, I mean, look at Cardell Thomas with a broken ankle.
Yeah.
So as long as that thing didn't break, I mean, yeah, it sucks and it's painful and it's hard to come back from. I'm not saying any of that, but we don't know how severe that was. It might be one of those things where you get him treatment every day and keep off of it for 2 weeks and get ready to roll in Tuscaloosa. Because realistically, bro, you go play the game in Tuscaloosa, the next 2 weeks you don't need him, Doc.
No,
Arkansas and Ole Miss are poop.
Yeah.
So
I'd be willing to bet that Sadiq Charles misses the Arkansas and the Ole Miss game.
Wait, are you going on the record with this?
Yeah, I'll go on the record with that.
You going on the record with this prediction that Sadiq Charles is going to miss?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
You think?
I might even throw the Texas A&M game in there. What they did? They rolled today, huh? They rolled Mississippi State.
Hey, dude, you know what? A&M. I don't know how I feel about this. Did A&M turn the corner, or is Mississippi State really, really that bad?
I think Mississippi State's terrible. I think they've checked out of the season. I think last week, Moorhead's agent putting out that cat wants a Rutgers job. I mean, I think that made his locker room quit on him. I mean, are you kidding? First off, you bring in this Penn State transfer in the offseason. I mean, it's never been right with Moorhead over there.
How different is that team potentially if you got Keaton Thompson at quarterback?
I mean,
you got an athlete that's proven he can make plays.
I fuck with Rivers all the time. Like, y'all stiffed Keaton Thompson. She's like, he's not even the backup. I'm like, well, Moorhead.
It's because he's transferred.
Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to get his degree and get out of there.
I mean, there's no doubt he's preserving this year of eligibility. He's like, fuck y'all.
No doubt.
Give me. Yeah, that's what's going on. I mean, that's why this kid Schrader's playing. And it's so fun. Listen to Mississippi State people talk about Schrader like he's going to be something. Come on, bro. The kid at Mississippi State, get out of here. He'll peak at 7 wins.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what y'all got. Let's hit up some of y'all's comments here. Trying to see if there's anything else I had. There was Mississippi State's Patrick Kimmery. MSU is a steaming pile of dog shit. I love that the comments have now resembled our commentary on Jared Bordelon wants to fight Michael Terry.
Let's set it up.
Is Michael Terry this year's Hathorn?
Yeah, where's the Hathorn?
Remember Hathorn? It was Hathorn, and then who was the chick that was it Meredith that was always after you last year?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes. Meredith.
Little girl wanted to fight you, bro. She was not a fan.
Yeah.
But I think we found out it was actually like her boyfriend. It was like her boyfriend or fiance on her account.
Yeah.
Like just screwing with you.
Yeah, she was like, I don't know what's going on.
Who is this? Who are you?
Right.
Somebody said I was good. I think it wasn't me.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Gregory Flitter status on Dell, but yeah, we haven't got it yet. But I'd bet he plays.
Look at this.
I mean, come on. What you got?
Bama pick Surtan Jr. I can't wait to see these wide receivers and DBs on both sides, man. Starkle.
I don't know, bro.
What? You nervous?
Yeah, dude. So back to the conversation we were just having a minute ago, right? Okay, so to me the biggest thing is and Jonathan Hamlin said, "What's the deal with Stingley's injury?" It looked like he was grabbing his face.
Yeah.
Like the way they collided, it looked like someone got a hand in his face.
You know what I thought? Is like his face mask kind of smashed up against his nose.
Yeah, that might have happened.
Because of the way that he came down.
Okay.
What up, E-Rock?
Jordy said, "What up, E-Rock?"
Hey, how are you?
Okay. You hadn't left yet? I thought you were getting back. Okay. Erica just took through the Walgreens. He's a fan of. Oh,
Nice.
well, that's a shame. All right. Okay, babe. All right. Oh no, what were we saying? Oh, Stingley's face. Yeah, Stingley's face. God damn it! What were we talking? I was saying something. What were we saying?
We're talking about Stingley's face. We're talking about the wide receivers and DB matchups.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Okay, so that's what we're talking about before. So the biggest takeaway for me over the stretch, like as much as we've talked about LSU's offense, the past 2 weeks, defense has been awesome. Defense today was awesome. Like Auburn had. Look at Auburn's drive chart.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn went. When I look at their drive chart today, they went. Auburn went punt, field goal, punt, fumble, touchdown out off the Stingley muff, interception, field goal, punt, touchdown. Bro, I mean, LSU choked out Auburn today.
No doubt.
LSU's defense that's 5 senior offensive linemen at Auburn, and LSU choked them out today. Defensive line was great, got pressure on Nix. The secondary blanketed Auburn's wide receivers, which did nothing all day. Gus Malzahn wants to run the football. Like, that's Gus's MO, and they got I know I keep saying it, man, but you look at that the 70-yarder, which I'll give them. I mean, they hit that play, but the 41-yard draw at the end of the first half was LSU just like, Auburn was going half. LSU was playing back. 287, and again, 121 of that was on 2 plays. So outside of those 2 plays, 165 of offense outside of 2 plays. I'm like, LSU's defense was something, bro. Like, I feel like they're finally healthy. Aranda knows the roles he wants. He wants Divinity on the outside. He's got Phillips and Queen on the inside. They'll rotate Clark in there. He'll use Marcel Brooks in blitz packages. They are terribly thin at cornerback. Like, you saw what happened. As soon as Stingley went out, they put Jay Ward in and went right after him and scored on that play.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
bro,
good.
I think
that's
Jay
good
Ward's
coaching.
played 2 I think Jay Ward's played 2 plays all year and given up 2 touchdowns. Like, bro, that's my single biggest concern is after 1 and 24, LSU has no cornerbacks. None. I mean, the asshole you just mentioned, Surtain, that's a big reason why.
Yeah.
Because one last year couldn't stop smoking weed, and so he left and he's going to go sit out at Kentucky for a year. That's a reason why.
Yeah.
You got some of those guys, I feel a little different. I love 1 and 24, but after them, you're thin. And you asked me if I was nervous about Bama. That's why I'm nervous about Bama.
Well,
because they got 4 freaks catching the ball, and you have enough guys to guard them. So you better go there. You better go there with the understanding that you either need to bludgeon Tua, like make his life miserable.
Well, I think that's the plan. That's got to be the plan.
Yeah, or score 50.
Yeah.
Go win a 48-45 game.
Well,
I mean, it's
2 weeks ago, that's what I was screaming on this platform, was that Tuscaloosa is going to be an NFL football game because you got the best 2 quarterbacks in college football, the best 2 natural throwers in the game, going one-on-one with a great receiving core and defensive backs that can't guard the other's receivers. So, but I don't know what the status is going to be now because LSU's identity looks a little different. You don't know the status of Tua, and like we've been talking about. I mean, LSU's got to get back to scoring touchdowns, man.
Dude, Matthew Rhodes, Michael Terry's old lady smells like 8-year-old Vienna sausage. They're after his wife now, yo. Come on, man. I feel like I'm gonna wake up in the morning. This will be the first thing that goes through my head. I'm gonna go find Michael Terry. I'm gonna go find Michael Terry on Facebook, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, bro, I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry, man.
You were the fish last night.
Can I buy you lunch?
You were the fish last night. Sorry about that.
Oh, God. Can we get Monroe to hit the other team that hard?
Good Lord, man. Eric
But you
Monroe.
know what, man? Stingley might have gotten – well, I don't think he got the pick there. But, man. He definitely laid him out, bro. Golly. Eric Monroe.
Eric Monroe. I saw
I love LSU's
Cam Lewis got back there a little bit tonight.
Yeah. I love LSU's first line defense, dude. I love the starters. The depth is where we've talked about so much, man. The depth is where you start to go. It's like that month-long stretch whenever they were running in backups against Vandy and Northwestern State, and that's
man, I've been kind of selling that as kind of one of the positives some sense of a silver lining that you could have drawn from those guys being out, that you were able to develop depth. But now, when you look at the drop off, when you get in front of a top 10 opponent, what you expect next week, I mean, I don't know if you can sacrifice putting those guys out there like they had been running them out there the previous time, Mississippi State and those types of games. But yeah, the frontline guys are great. I thought that Lawrence looked, he looked a little slow today. For as much as we talked about his bounce last week. I thought that he looked more hurt than he looked healthy tonight. I thought Divinity played well.
For the bye, he did. And dude, his sack was huge.
Yeah,
man.
It was huge.
Their bye. I know we say it all, but this bye comes, this open date.
Let's
comes
go,
at a
Michigan.
Really good time, man.
Perfect.
How about it, bro? Michigan, dude. I won today with Ohio State. I covered.
Nice.
Wisconsin,
a fraud again.
How about it, dude?
A fraud again.
Dude, you know who was big today we hadn't talked about yet? And when I say it this way, you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. The guy who has become Joe Burrow's security blanket.
Justin Jefferson or Thad Moss?
Thad Moss. Have you looked at a box score?
No, I got it right here.
No, I got it in front of me. I got it. Guess. I want you to guess.
Okay.
Guess how many catches Thad Moss had?
4.
7.
Wow.
7 for 45. Wow. Bro, I could look back 5 years, and there was probably not 7 catches by a tight end for the whole year.
Yeah.
You had 7 catches by your tight end in this game. The same week, by the way, that the number 1 tight end in the country, the highest rated tight end in the history of 247 sports, committed to your program.
That's right.
Like, I don't think there's any doubt. You know what else, too, man? Think about what it would have been like last year if they had gotten Thad Moss healthy.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
I'd have loved to have him healthy.
I thought he was going to score in that little inside route on the goal line.
Me too. It would have been great if he did, because they ended up not getting 6 there. But
yeah. That was the was that the QB sneak? Or was that the wide receiver screen? That was the wide receiver screen.
That was in the second half, right?
Yeah.
Shit. No, the goal line stand in the second half was when they ran Clyde, then ran Burrow, then ran Clyde again. Yeah. And fourth down is when they ran the pass to Chase.
Yeah.
The Moss play was in the first half when they kicked the field goal.
That's right. Out of the timeout.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 10, and Moss got 9 yards. Yeah, it was 3rd and 10. Moss got 9 yards, so it was 4th and 1, and they left the offense out there. and then ran the field goal team out there and kicked the field goal, which was the right play to kick the field goal. All right, if y'all haven't done so yet, there are 414 souls still watching right now. If y'all have not hit the share button, please do that. Especially if your name is Michael Terry.
I just saw
share if you've not done.
I just saw Michael Terry.
He commented?
Yeah. Hey, buddy, you there?
Buddy? Yeah, I'm here. You good? You good?
Yep,
I'm
yep,
good?
yep.
Oh, okay. It said live video interrupted. I don't know what happened there, but we're good. Let's see. What else? Oh, I was trying to find a Kansas score too, bro. I bet Kansas tonight. Boom. Yeah, dude, I bet Kansas, man. I told you last week I loaded up on them. Did I tell you that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You told me because of the inside scoop that you got off of the documentary.
That show, bro. So I loaded
so
up
good.
on them, man, last week, and
That's
they damn near won the game.
They
So I
should
bet
have
them
won the
again
game
today, man. I know they should have won that game, bro. Oh, Lesticles. How about Les after the game?
Yeah.
The world will know
You'll
that.
know
The world
Kansas.
will know that phrase. Kansas. Like,
say what?
What? Huh? Are you talking about Arkansas?
Yeah, so wait, what?
Come again? Sphincter says what?
So what's the quote?
Kansas. The world will know that phrase. Kansas. All right, what y'all got? Hit us up with questions, comments before we wrap this thing. Well, I got about 20 minutes left. Yeah. Let's see. You want to shout out David Richardson again?
17.
He's tagged in his post.
17-14 Texas Tech going into the third at halftime.
Right,
David Richardson is a licensed residential and realtor with CJ Brown. My guy has got new constructions going up over in Valhalla, which is South Baton Rouge's newest gated subdivision over there off of Highland Road. And Piku, check him out on this Facebook site, on this Facebook post. As Scone said, he's tagged in this post. Please like and share it and check out all of his work over there, over at David Richardson. And you see his phone number back here, 413-3267. Holler at our boy. Tell him you heard it here on Whiskey and Wine. And if you need new construction, remodel, if you need to sell, get in touch with David Richardson over there. And easy to get him on his Facebook site.
What about, so Val Browning said, we talked about this as we started the show today. So I thought I was watching a Les Miles team today playing not to lose.
Yeah.
Val, that was our comments when we started this thing. And that's probably why Michael Terry got all pissy, but that's what I was hot about.
Yeah.
We watched this team play to win, be aggressive, and that fourth quarter was so disheartening watching them just – especially those last couple drives, Jordy, like basically just running the football to bleed timeouts and punt and try to play defense, play concern. It had a bad vibe to it, man. And I don't think that's what this team is. I don't think it's what they will be, but they were today, and that was disheartening. Let's see. Chico Lynch. How can LSU turn today's game into things to improve on over the next 2 weeks? Number one, get healthy. Yeah. Get Grant Delpit healthy.
Get Grant Delpit healthy first and foremost. And you know what I've always said, and I saw a comment coming back that said, you think LSU has been hiding things for Bama? I don't think that they've hidden anything all season long, because I've always believed that with this offensive staff that every game is a kind of an individual game plan, and they're going to try to make, very similar to what Sean Payton does. He tries to find a weakness, exploit it, and just attack it. And that was what was concerning about today, was that LSU kind of coiled up. Usually they're the hunter. Today they kind of felt as they were the hunted with the way that they were playing.
I'll give you something more practical than that, Chico, than what I said. How about just getting better fundamentally on special teams? Because when I think about it, Jordy, Derek Dillon had a personal foul on a punt. 18 had a holding on a punt. You muffed a punt. Your kicker had a personal foul on a punt or on a kickoff. You had a punt that you should have down inside the 5 that your team let go into the end zone. You missed a PAT. Like, brother, these are the types of things where LSU has been so good all year. They suck today in special teams. Today was a horseshit special teams day.
Yeah.
Like, you want to inspire your guys to go be better? Like, here's a chance. Because today was horseshit on special teams.
Well, and we talked about it. We talked about it earlier. That I mean, there is a clear shot from the CBS cameras of Ed Ogeron walking right behind Greg McMahon in clear shouting distance, and I mean, he motherfucks him. I mean, like he's like, this is
ain't scared.
no, hell no. But I mean, this is an average fucking day for the special teams. What the fuck are we doing? I mean, he gets into Greg McMahon. I think it's after one of a special teams penalty. But I mean, you think about it. You think about Stingley's muff punt. You think about Avery Atkins 15-yarder. You think of the missed field goal. You think about the punt that got that downed inside the 3 that you got 4 guys staring at. I mean, Derek Dillon's got to catch that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you just got
the Auburn guys bailed. You catch that ball. You don't let it land.
Yeah.
Carlton Cisco, Matt, like you said before, everybody is going to have a bad day. LSU survived their bad day.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've said that a bunch, and I do completely agree with that. Like, I mean, you just hope that on your worst day, you don't lose, right? I mean, look at Clemson. Clemson had their worst day. They played North Carolina, and they survived in overtime. Today, Oklahoma had a pretty shitty day, and they lost.
Yep.
They could not stop Kansas State, and for a while their offense got sluggish, and they lost. They had their worst day today, and they lost. So it is absolutely true. LSU had a bad day today, and they still managed to be the top 10 team. So you check the box, you're on to the next one. Alabama last year, their worst day came in the national championship game. That's a crappy time to have your worst game of the season,
Like LSU, 2011.
Dude, how about Tennessee?
How about Tennessee?
Did you see Tennessee today?
Yeah.
Did you see him today?
Yeah.
For those that missed it, South Carolina and Tennessee were in like a 1-score game at half. And then Tennessee it was like, hang on, I got to find this shit.
That was like the deal about
Tennessee
last week.
ended up scoring 40.
Yeah. That was the deal about last week that everybody was talking about that kind of like got overshadowed from Pruitt grabbing the face mask. Well, Garantano's face mask was that, like Tennessee, that it was a 1-score game when that play happened. Yeah. I mean, if he scores right there, they're tied up.
Yeah. No, I think it was 10.
Okay.
But I think it was 10.
Yeah.
But you score. So either way, you kick a field goal or score. It's a 1-score game. You're in it. All right. So it's 21-17 at half, with South Carolina leading Tennessee 21-17.
Wow.
South Carolina
21 final.
South Carolina did score in the second half. Tennessee outscored them 24-0 in the second half.
Scored 14 in the third, 10 in the fourth.
How about it? How about it, brah?
Do you have them?
And no, I didn't play that game. No. That line was South Carolina was favored by 4.5. I didn't know. I didn't like it. I avoided it altogether. So I didn't touch that one. Let's see. There was a couple other ones I wanted to get to here. A couple other questions.
Ooh, look at Big Blue.
What you got? 10-0?
17-0.
They scored again?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Get off me. Get off me, dog. Michael Terry drinks wine from a paper cup in the press box.
Hell yeah, he does.
Craig Schilling. Yeah, he does. Phil John, this O-line is sneaky good. I don't know that I'd go that far, Phil John, especially if you watch that first half.
Who are you talking about, LSU?
Yeah.
Did you see Damian Lewis, who was a mid-season All-American on some people's list, what was happening to him in the first half today? He was picked up off of his feet and moved into the backfield. I mean, like, he was abused today. Damian Lewis lost a ton of money. I mean, he went against a couple of first-rounders in Derek Brown and number 3.
Marlon Davidson.
And those cats They had to put three. They had to put three on Derrick Brown in the first half at certain points. I mean, after he picked up their All-American guard, midseason All-American guard, and chunked him into the backfield for the third time. I mean, they didn't they didn't less double team him all day long. They couldn't. See that to me, Scone, is why he packed it up and said, "Let's get the hell out of here," because they might kill us. They might, if they get to Burrow, if 5 gets to Burrow, he might eat him. Like he's crumbling on his legs, he's crunching his legs up. Just let's get the hell out of here.
But I'm with you, man. But the second half is when they started rolling with Clyde, bro. That 6-play touchdown drive, they rode Clyde on 6 straight plays. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like they had the zone read shit working. And you say that, Jordy, but they even ran Burrow. Hang on, I got to find this. They ran Burrow on a draw. Here it was. It was the possession. It's 16-13. LSU scores. They miss a PAT. Auburn gets the ball back. They got 3rd and 6. That's when Divinity got the sack. LSU gets the ball back. They're going down the field. They got 3rd and 8, and Burrow scrambled around right end and got the first down. And then they ran Burrow for the touchdown on 3rd and 2. Design quarterback run. I guess my point is, if you're just trying to get out of there,
I know, I hear you.
You're like they're running him on design plays. I think I think I'm with you. The first quarter was bad. The first quarter, LSU's offensive line got treated like a little kid going up against a big kid, but they loosened them up, and then they started getting the zone read runs working. Clyde had a good day. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't want to get worked up all over it again. But
no, I hear you.
Look at E-Rock's watching, dude. I guarantee you. She went to go pick up dinner. Drew's sitting in here watching the TV. She just watched this to see if she can see Drew. I guarantee you. She's watching right now. Is my baby crying? Is my baby okay? That's what she's doing right now. Is my baby okay?
She's put on this earth to be a mom, bro.
I know. Be Drew's mom. Let's see. Sloppy special teams play. Dude, how about this? All right, James Burden brought it up. So I'm not calling you out, James Burden, but we're going to talk about this. James Burden said John Emery fell off this year.
No.
All right. Hold on. How can you fall off if you were never at the top? Other than in the perception of recruiting nerds. Okay, like, how could you fall off? I mean, Jordy, you and I now have done 8 of these. 8. This is our 8th Whiskey and Wine this year. And every single time we've done this, someone has asked about John Emery. And every single week, you and I have said the same thing. If you talk to anybody at LSU this summer, who did they talk about?
3.
You'd say, hey, what's going on with Emery? And what would they say? Yeah, but
Emery can run, but TDP's the one that's going to play.
Price. Every fucking one of them said, watch out for 3. That's all I heard all summer. Watch out for Ty Davis Price. He's the guy. He's a more physical back. He has a different style. He gets north and south. Like, every time you'd bring up Emery, they'd say, yeah, but Ty Davis Price. And we've said that in every way you could possibly say it. For 2 months, actually longer than 2 months, because every time we talk about it during the summer, we'd say the same thing. Yeah, but watch out for 3. And now we're 8 weeks into the season, and people are like, hey, man, I just don't understand why John Emery's not playing. Because Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you just had a 4-hour – what would you say Gary Danielson's affinity for Clyde Edwards-Helaire was today? I mean, he called him the most underrated player in the SEC.
Yeah. He said he was going to be dominant on the next level, too.
So you got that guy and then Ty Davis Price. Like, if you're asking today what's up with John Emery, you're just not watching.
Yeah.
Last week, LSU had the ball at midfield after a turnover. After Christian Fulton's interception last week, they had the ball at midfield. First down, they throw a 9-yard pass to Justin Jefferson. John Emery goes into the game. They give the ball to John Emery. He loses a yard. Give the ball to John Emery on 3rd down. No gain. Punt. Like, if you're asking the question, you're not watching. What happened to John Emery? There's two guys ahead of him that are better running backs right now. It's not to say he won't be a great running back. Not to say he won't have a great career. He's just not the best running back on the team right now. He's the third best running back on the team right now. That's all.
I mean, that's it. That's the truth.
Michael Terry.
That's why.
Michael Terry asks about John Emery every week. But that Michael Terry. Come on, Joe.
What's going on with the Stros?
What's Big Blue doing?
17-0.
Hell yeah. Is Kansas second? Oh, right, Kansas second. That's right.
17.
Gotta get my rock chalk going, bro. So your boy played a money line play on Kansas today.
Wow, you got to win in the game.
Have you kept track? And Bob, this is not a pat on the back thing, I promise. Because everybody has hot streaks and then they go cold and whatever, betting. Have you followed at all the streak I'm on since my money line play for Florida against Auburn?
Which we both had, but I have not.
Jordy, that was 3 weeks ago. I'm 30-2.
Share the love. What do you mean, bro? 30-2.
I'm 30-2.
Like legitimately, like 30-2, or you are 30-2?
Betting 30-2. It's crazy. Now I'm making $10 bets, so it doesn't really matter. But
who you get today?
I played. So by the way, I had Colorado last night.
Yeah.
Plus 10.5 against USC.
Which was a gift.
That
was a gift.
Yeah, I had Ohio State today minus the 14 which cashed. I got Michigan
minus plus one.
Plus one, which looking good. It's the two games I missed. Last week I had Arizona State plus 14, and they lost to Utah 21-3. And then I had there was an NFL game. Oh, I lost the NFL primetime game. I lost it was Denver. I had Denver in the points against KC the day Mahomes got hurt. Oh shit.
What?
Texas Tech with a little catch and run. Texas Tech with a little catch and run right there. No, but so your boy's riding a heater, dude. There's been other games where we picked games and I've lost, but I haven't played those games. Hell, I picked the Astros to sweep the World Series, but I haven't played any of those games. I played Game 5 of Nationals Dodgers in LA, and I picked the Nationals straight up to win. Played it,
Yeah.
Anyway, your boy's riding a heater, bro. It's gonna end in a blaze of glory. I'm gonna crash down in a just get crashed under a wave. But while I'm riding this is pretty fun, dude. I can't miss.
Give me a Pacific. Give me a Pacific Coast time cleanup game for tonight.
I haven't. But see, here's the thing though. I'm not playing games just to play.
Right,
It's
you're picking your winners.
You're
picking your winners.
Yeah, if I got a feeling on it, man, I'm rolling with it. I'm like Jonathan Stone right now. Oh, fuck. Texas Tech just scored. So, dude, my Kansas money line play might be about to go down.
Well, and that's it's fast.
60 seconds into the third quarter, Texas Tech's in the end zone, 3 plays. What were you gonna say? As fast as what?
As fast as we can talk about collecting winnings and gambling. You know how that goes, bro.
Hey, my mom's watching. I better not curse anymore. Damn it. Jim Purgison, what's up, Jim?
Mama Scone.
Tookie Johnson's watching. Oh my God.
The classic, dude. Number 1, the leadoff batter for 91 championship.
10-year-old Matt is so geeked right now that Tookie Johnson's watching this. Oh my God. I can run through that whole 91 team. You ready? All right.
Yeah. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Come on.
All right.
Tookie Johnson was the leadoff batter, played second base. Johnny Telechia was the first baseman.
Chris Mook at third.
Andy Sheets was the shortstop. Armando Rios was the right fielder. Rich Cordani was Armando Rios was a center fielder. Rich Cordani was the right fielder. I'm sorry.
No. Mouton in right. Rich Cordani in left.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Come on now.
I got them.
Come on now.
But I got the names right.
Dude, Mouton.
I saw him at the game today.
Oh, did you?
I saw Lyle Mouton. What is Shea Patterson doing? I saw him at the game today.
Is Lyle Mouton still yoked?
I mean, bro, he still looks like Lyle. Like when I walked in, you can still see it in his face. To Lyle Mouton, him and Chris Jackson were the guys growing up for us. For me, that was the guy, man.
Lyle Mouton.
That was the guy. He was the dude.
Gary Emo, dude, in '91, Gary Emo was unstoppable in that World Series.
So then you had the pitching staff, which was OJ. Green was the closer. You had Paul Bird, and you had one other dog on that staff. Who was the Sorotka, Mike Sorotka. God, that team was so great, man. Cordani was a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
They
didn't stink. They didn't stink.
Rance tells a story about when they went to Vegas.
Wait, go.
Wait, what?
No, go.
Have you heard Rance tell that story about when they went to Vegas with that team? I think they went and played UNLV, or where Skip took them to some tournament, and Cordani, Rance, and Armando Rios snuck out of the room after bed check to go downstairs and play like casino, like go gamble. I mean, you know who the biggest gambler on the team is? Skip. I mean, so these three jackasses go down to the craps table, like thinking like they Skip and Smoke are up there like sleeping. You know what I mean? They look across, Skip sitting at a video poker, like with a cigar hanging out of his mouth. Hey, Rich, Ron, Armando, we don't report for the bus tomorrow morning. And Rance
didn't play?
No, they didn't play. Rance's parents had come in from Alexandria, flown up to watch him pitch. It's a great story. It's a great story.
Well, shame on Skip. How are you going to bring college kids to Vegas and not expect them to have some fun? So, Michael Terry's back in my good graces, bro.
Oh, wow. That was quick.
He's back in my good graces. Are you scrolling comments?
Now I am.
Please tell me it hasn't scrolled out yet. Oh, I gotta find it. Please still be there. It's got to be there. There it is.
Where is it?
Oh, it's gone. He said, did Jordy wear gold
Oh,
today?
no, I see it.
Hey, bud.
Give
me a hug. You want to say hi to Jordy? Say hi, Jordy.
What's
hi,
up,
Jordy?
Boy?
My dude dresses better than I do. He's got little corduroy pants on and a fishing shirt with his name embroidered on it.
He does look like
at
a
that,
pimp.
dude. He is, man. A little G. Huh, dude. Hey, you want to sing happy birthday? Nope. Okay. All right, sounds good. So Drew wore his gold. Jordy, did you wear your gold today?
I did not wear my gold for the gold game scone.
Jordy, why wouldn't you wear gold for the gold game today?
Because I'm not being told what to wear after I've been put through the ringer, paid the tradition fund, paid for the entry, which I didn't because I got it on a press pass and a free parking pass issued by LSU Sports. But I'm fighting for the collar, man. Don't wear your gold,
bro.
Get out of here.
The amount of people like
T-Bob. I can't get over T-Bob. I'm like, T, are you kidding me that you're gonna die on this hill on the gold T-shirt?
Oh, he's starting.
Like, are you? He's like, I just don't get it, man. I mean, like, it's not like you don't have a gold shirt. I'm like, I mean, I do, but I'm not wearing it on Saturday because
go.
Oh God, dude, I just don't get it. I can't believe that T-Bob. I mean, like, was he going off on a pregame?
Oh yeah, he turned his sweater inside out so the gold side was showing.
What an asshole!
Hi, bud. Dude, you know how people complain that my laugh is fake?
Look at Michael Cowart, Drew greater than Jordy.
You've heard this, yes? That people think I have a fake laugh.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is what happens when I laugh. Like he hates my laugh. If I could change my laugh, I would. This is what happens when I laugh. This is what my kid does when I laugh. He's terrified of it. He is terrified of my laugh.
Look at this.
Okay, bud. Go watch Daniel Tiger.
Look, Moscona's kid is scared of his laugh. That's what he does when Matt laughs.
That's what he does when I laugh. I'm dead serious. It's like, it is a fact. Drew, like, he doesn't know that I'm, like, he thinks it's like a scary thing. Like, he doesn't know that I'm happy laughing. He's scared by it. For true. So people who say I have a fake, no, I don't have a fake laugh. It's just an awful laugh. I have an awful laugh. I'm bald, a little bit chubby.
Yeah.
You know, I had awful eyes, but I had LASIK. Shout out to Dr. Blake Williamson. But the thing that I had genetically go really well for me is my dentist tells me I have great teeth. So I've had one cavity in my life. So I got great teeth. So that's what genetically I got. I got no hair. I got sort of chubby genetics. I got little bitty calves. Shout out to Jordy Moscona for my little bitty calves. Thanks for that, Dad. Appreciate it. So little calves, not a great physique, baldness, blindness, all that stuff. But I got great teeth.
Shane, you got great teeth.
Yeah, great teeth. Thanks. Shout out. Shout out to my teeth.
Great teeth.
Shout out to my teeth. Lonnie Ladolay said Jordy's drunk.
Fact.
Hey, let's see. Where can we get a shirt like Drew? Most important, I don't know. Got to ask my wife. She gets all Drew's clothes. Ray Wright watching. How about Ray Wright?
Wow, dude.
Ray Wright in there.
Got some legends in here tonight.
Guy, Ray's the guy. Ray Wright. 2000 national championship going over the wall, dog.
Biggest defensive play in LSU baseball history? Give me a bigger defensive play.
None. There isn't.
None. Yeah.
The only catch that might be better, that rivals it, but in no way even comes close to the level of importance, is Jared Foster at A&M in 2016, left field. This would be a walk-off. And
he did the same thing in the SEC tournament the year before, didn't he?
Foster did?
Yeah, I mean, he had like this crazy catch in Hoover, but I know exactly the one you're talking about in A&M.
Yeah. The one at A&M is full extension, and if he doesn't get it, game's over.
Yeah.
But that catch is the only one that rivals Ray Wright. But Ray's, I mean, it's in a World Series, man.
Yeah.
Championship game of the World Series. He don't come down with that. It's ball game, dog.
Unbelievable.
Josephine Strickland. Jordy said motherfucker. All right, we got anything else in this game? Let's see. I'm ready for a Moscona sports guy rant. You missed it, Brandon.
Yeah.
I went off on Michael Terry earlier today.
That's why you got to go back, like and share it.
Yep. Oh, that's true. Anybody that has not hit the share button yet, please do so. Let me see if there's anything else I got to mention. Dude, so no whiskey and wine next Saturday. Do you know what your boy's doing next Saturday?
Wedding?
No wedding. Dude, bleep you if you got a wedding during football season.
Unbelievable.
So, and by the way, both my brother and my sister got married in October. So bleep them. Right? But I know. They're like, oh, well, it's an away game. I'm like, that doesn't help.
I'll be the guy with the earbuds on in the corner.
Right. And you know what my mom says to me? She goes, Matt, not everybody cares about football like you do. I said, that's true, Mom. I said, but if you're going to get married during football season, then expect your invited guests either to no show or to spend the majority of your reception trying to figure out the score of the game.
Yep. And nobody remember it. You know, like nobody recall the memory. Like, I think I was there. I don't know. No. It was the night that LSU played Virginia Tech. Oh, yeah. That's right.
No, really.
Yeah, you're the asshole that had the wedding. That's right.
Yeah, thanks for that, by the way. Oh, but we did it a day, and we thought the game would be at night. Yeah, whatever. Bleep you.
April.
Right, April. Thank you. You know what? Or what Eric and I did. We looked at the schedule, and national championship game is on a Monday. We got married that Friday. It's like, all right. It just happened to be the Friday after LSU lost to Bama, so everybody was super pissed. And then fun fact.
Hannah Griff dropped a chicken finger in your buffet line at your wedding and picked it up off the ground with the tongue. Me and Cade were standing right by. Me and Cade still tell the story to this day when we see.
How have I never heard that story?
It's so good, dude. It was so good. He tried the chicken finger like rolled off of his plate. He had to tongue
On the ground?
Yeah, I mean, like perfect defensive stance, squatted down, just tongued the tongue off the ground. Kept moving.
Oh
it was
my God.
Vintage Hanny, dude.
Oh my God.
So good.
Oh God, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Dude, but you want to know something else about? So, you and I watched LSU get dismantled by Alabama together in the Superdome.
Oh, Scott, remember that? We were the first two in the building. We were the first two there.
We were first two. Dude, you and I were. I think we literally were. We literally were the first two people.
Remember, they were still painting the field because the Saints had a playoff game 2 nights before that.
Yeah. We were the first two through the media line. We went to the field. We got an awkward picture with Erin Andrews.
We did. We got an awkward. Yep. I still have that picture.
Do you?
Yeah, she's like moving. We're standing still. It's like it's super weird. We saw Lou Holtz. Remember, we saw Lou Holtz coming out of the pisser?
I took a piss next to Lou Holtz. I stood next to him at the urinal.
That's right.
But the thing with Erin was, she was like kind of pissy. Like,
yeah, she was. Yeah,
you said, "Hey,
like, come on, hurry up."
She was like, "Are we doing?" And like, you there, so I kind of like got in it, like, because we were standing right there. She's like, "What are we doing here? What are we doing?" I was like, So like in the picture, I'm like a body length away from her.
Yeah,
it's like,
right.
You, Erin,
right.
Scone,
right?
Like, I'm a body length away. Took a piss. Oh, Reese Davis addressed the Alabama marching band. Got up on the ladder and like cheered to the Alabama band.
Scone, the scariest thing we saw, in fact, we knew it was over. Remember when Les was standing in the middle of the field? We saw Les, Jordy, and Bonnet walk in. And Les is like walking, and he's got his hands in his pocket. And he walks to the 50, and he's like looking around, at all the stuff. Oh, isn't that cool up there? Look at that. That's cool. And here comes Saban. And what's his SID Roots Brown? And they come walk. And remember, he like circled Les. Like a shark, bro.
I did.
He like circled him, never took his eyes off him. And Les
never looked at him.
Never looked at it. And Les had that awkward, like, should I go shake his hand? And Nick gave him that demeanor, like, if you take a step towards me, I'm gonna embarrass you before the embarrassment really even ensues, man.
Dude, like, Les, and he was with his family too.
Yeah.
They were standing on the logo. Nick comes out of the tunnel, so like corner end zone for those watching who don't, and then just walked straight, like corner end zone to the logo, did a lap around the logo with Les in the middle of the logo, and then went right back.
It was like a shark.
Bro, it would, and I remember Kathy and the kids looking at Les like,
what's up?
Like, and then the other thing that was super weird about that? Billy Gonzalez. Do you remember pregame Billy Gonzalez? National championship game. Everybody's going through their warm-ups, all that stuff. Billy Gonzalez, I think, left after that game, maybe for Mississippi State. If that sounds right. You remember the passing game?
Yeah,
Billy,
he's Florida's guy now.
Dude. Billy Gonzalez, like the whole team's getting ready. He's just sitting on the bench by himself.
I remember that.
Like,
remember we saw Spike. Remember we saw Spike Lee sitting on the. Spike Lee was sitting
on dude, you went to talk to him. Dude, you went and asked him for an interview.
We got a local radio show in Baton Rouge. Any chance we could get you on and talk about the documentary and Katrina? He was like, "Get the fuck out of my face, dude."
I think he told you, like, talk to my guy, like, get my car, get contact, whatever, my guy. I mean, he was totally blowing you off, but dude, you went and asked him.
You know, bro. You know.
No.
You have to tell me no.
What else?
You have to tell me no.
Dude, we sat there and watched that bludgeon. I remember telling you, like, dude, is this really how this is going to end? It's like, is this how it's going to go down?
And remember, you knew it early, bro. Like, they were hitting, like, corner passes on Matthew. They were just, like, beating him at their own game. It was just like, oh, this ain't good. This ain't good.
Dude. So, anyway, I didn't mean to go down that road. The reason that we're talking about weddings. So, that happens on a Monday. LSU gets their ass kicked on a Monday. E-Rock and I get married that Friday, like 4 days later.
It was a great wedding.
The next day, thank you. The next day, Saturday, the Saints lose to the Niners on the Vernon Davis play.
Ugh.
Sunday morning, we caught a flight to St. Lucia at like 5 a.m.
Wow.
So I was like, I need to get out of this country.
That must have been.
Thank God.
Jordan must have been born that Tuesday. That must have been January 11th, 2011.
We got married on Friday the 13th.
Wow.
That's when Jordan was born? Was that week?
Jordan was born that week. He was born January 11th, 2011.
So the championship was the 9th. So Wednesday would have been the 11th. And then we got married Friday the 13th.
Damn.
Huh. Look at that.
Damn.
What a week.
Let's go.
What a week.
Good night, buddy. I love you.
Yeah, we're out. Love you too, bro. Y'all have a great night. Hit the share button. David Richardson.
David Richardson.
Shout out.
Holler.
Shout out, David. David Richardson.